episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the official death battle for Ryu versus Jin. So essentially Street Fighter versus Tekken, which still kind of sort of hasn't fully happened yet. There was a Street Fighter cross Tekken, and then there was supposed to be a Tekken cross Street Fighter that got just shelved after everything else that came out.
Yes, we have not done a death battle in a while. I know we kind of missed out on the one that I wanted to do last time, but I didn't realize until this one came out, which was the Doctor Strange versus Dr. Fate one. That one I still haven't seen yet, but wouldn't mind checking out probably after this. But now we're on to this one, pretty much. Again, this is Ryu versus Jin.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Which Mortal Kombat? Street Fighter vs. Tekken. It's Jin Kazama from who debuted in Tekken 3 versus Ryu, who's been in every Street Fighter game known to man.
This is the first one, yes.
Yeah.
Who are you going for this one, or you just don't know yet?
We'll just wait and see.
For you, it's wait and see. For me,
they're both similar. They're both very skilled fighters who learn. They're both very skilled fighters who both have literal inner demons.
For me personally, I'm going to go with only the one person I know of, because I know of Tekken, but I don't know every single character compared to how much I know about Street Fighter, and I'm going with Ryu.
Fun fact, Jin once tried to take over the world as a full-on fucking dictator just so he can defeat a giant fuck-off, ancient pterodactyl-looking motherfucker monster.
Okay, so here we go for the death, where again, this is Ryu versus Jin, Street Fighter versus Tekken, death battle. So, here we go.
Everyone has different reasons for studying martial arts.
Told three
for
ninjas.
personal honor, to improve health,
and for kicking the crap out of the other people, like with Ryu, the wandering world warrior of Street Fighter.
and Jin Kazama, the power-hungry martial arts master of Tekken.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. He's the hero the world never knew. His name means prosperous, plentiful, and abundant. He is the Wandering Warrior. He is Ryu.
That's a pretty epic introduction for a hobo.
Orphaned at a young age, Ryu was adopted by the martial arts master Gouken. Under Gouken's training and beside his fellow student Ken Masters, Ryu was trained in the art of Ansatsuken,
AKA the Assassination Fist. This ancient fighting style was specifically designed for murder, which automatically makes it the best martial art ever.
Well, Gouken actually taught Ryu a slightly altered variant of the Ansatsuken. Inspired by karate, kenpo, and judo, Gouken's version was a generally non-lethal one.
Oh, lame.
But the deadly side of the martial art lived on in Gouken's brother, Akuma, who would ultimately prove to be Gouken's downfall. One day, Ryu and Ken returned to their dojo to find their master dead.
Kind of. He got better later. But Ryu didn't know
Sure.
that, so he swore to wander the earth perfecting his abilities until he could take down Akuma himself.
With the Ansatsuken style, Ryu is a master at close-quarter combat. With such techniques as the Shoryuken uppercut and the flying hurricane kick, he can take down most foes in mere seconds.
He's like a living helicopter of pain. He can also use his ki as a weapon, firing a fireball of energy from his palms. Say it with me. Hadouken!
Gouken's version of the Ansatsuken also taught Ryu several defensive techniques, including the skill to parry most other attacks with precise timing.
And with all these awesome powers of whooping ass, Ryu eventually made his way to the World Warrior Tournament.
With his skills, Ryu quickly reached the top of the competition. For the title of World Warrior, he faced his toughest opponent yet, Sagat,
who ended up beating the shit out of him. But Sagat was surprisingly a pretty good sport, so when he thought the fight was over, he offered Ryu a hand up.
And in that moment, something dark swelled from within Ryu's consciousness. A force so fierce and destructive, he couldn't contain it, and he lashed out. With an enraged shout and an explosion of blood, Ryu emerged as champion over Sagat's near-dead body. Ryu's dark side had been unleashed. This was the Satsui no Hado.
A violent inner force so extreme, its name actually means surge of murderous intent. If I ever knowingly father a child, I know what I'm naming him.
Under the influence of the Satsui no Hado, Ryu falls into an uncontrollable rage known as Evil Ryu, where his physical and spiritual power skyrockets.
He can even teleport and use Akuma's favorite technique, the Shungoku Satsu, which literally translates to instant hell murder. Okay, shit, now I gotta have 2 kids that I care about.
The
Get to
Shungoku
that
Satsu, or the Raging Demon, is a fatal move which attacks the very soul of its victims with the gravity of all their past sins.
To make them die 1,000 deaths.
But while the Satsui no Hado is a manifestation of Ryu's dark side, he has achieved balance with the light. This is called Mu no Ken, or the power of nothingness.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. What's he gonna do with nothing?
By focusing on mental and spiritual refinement and detachment, Ryu has achieved the ultimate state of being. This begets a power strong enough to match and even surpass the Satsui no Hado.
Oh yeah, that's how Goken survived Akuma's hell murder attack. And now Ryu's got the same power. Look at him go.
With all this power, Ryu's performed some incredible feats. Aside from winning the World Warrior Tournament, he's dodged bullets, destroyed skyscrapers, and survived Balrog's Gigaton blow.
Yeah, remember him from that boxing match we did? He's strong enough to kill an elephant in 1 punch. Ryu is so tough that he survived getting impaled. And when he goes evil mode, he can just walk through gunfire.
He's strong enough to lift this enormous boulder over his head. By estimating the boulder's volume compared to Ryu's height and assuming a sandstone composition, we can determine it must weigh at least 36 tons.
Plus, there's a guy sitting on top of the boulder, and he's lifting his own boulder. Man, Oro's cool.
While Ryu's fighting record isn't perfect, his wins far outnumber his losses. He's defeated his friend Ken, the dictator M. Bison, and even a genetically engineered super warrior named Seth.
But those were just pit stops compared to his frequent battles with Akuma. And if you don't know, Akuma shattered an island with a single punch, split Ayers Rock in half in Australia, and jumped to the ocean surface from 4,000 feet below in 3 seconds, while destroying a submarine.
That's about
Damn.
3,000 miles per hour, by the way, and I guess he just powered through the bends.
Yeah, he's definitely final boss material.
And so, years after Akuma's attack on his foster father, Ryu faced him for the final time. And with the power of Mu no Ken on his side, Ryu was victorious.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Day's work
Cool.
for everyone's favorite Street Fighter.
You had the power to actually defeat that beast. Now show it to me.
This power is not to defeat. This is the power to push forward.
Cool.
If you met Jin Kazuma when he was just a boy, you wouldn't figure he'd grow up to be one of the most dangerous men to ever live.
Yeah.
You already knew about his super deadly and super crazy family.
Oh.
Jin was raised by his single mother, who taught him the Kazuma family-style martial arts after his father abandoned them.
Story of my life. No, really, those training days with Mama Boomstick were some of the
I
best
love
times of my
Dragon Ball
life.
Z.
One day, Jin's mother sensed a great evil approaching. She told him that if anything were to happen to her, he should seek out his grandfather, Heihachi Mishima.
Right on cue, a big-ass ogre showed up and attacked him. When Jin came to, his mom and Shrek were nowhere to be seen.
His mom and
Don't you
Shrek.
hate it how moms are always right?
Thankfully, it wasn't too difficult for Jin to find Heihachi.
Yeah, he's super rich and has a really tall building. Kinda hard to miss.
So rich, in fact, that Heihachi owned a multinational conglomerate empire with its own banking, weaponry, military forces, and, just for kicks, a martial arts tournament.
Whoa! Why didn't Mom tell him about this? Time to collect on those missing Christmas presents, Granddad.
Well, she also forgot to mention that Heihachi is a terrible father who's obsessed with throwing his own son off cliffs.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect, I guess.
Regardless, under Heihachi's guidance, Jin trained and perfected the Mishima Ryu fighting style. With 2 types of martial arts mastered, he's got all sorts of techniques that can pack a punch.
Such as the flash punch combo and the electrically charged lightning screw uppercut.
Or his famous 10-hit combo chain. Once he gets you stuck in his flurry of punches and kicks, you're not going anywhere until he finishes you off with a classic dragon uppercut.
With these talents and a thirst for revenge, Jin entered his grandfather's King of Iron Fist tournament. There he came face to face with the ogre once again. But instead of, interrogating him to find out what happened to his mother, Jin just killed him. Nice job, stupid. There goes the only lead you had.
Tastes better than sweet, sweet revenge. Except for maybe Mom's cooking. Well, unfortunately, it didn't last long, because he got shot up by his grandfather. Oh, that son of a bitch! Mama always said never trust a bald man who tells his barber, "Give me the Wolverine."
But Jin had a little surprise for Heihachi.
That was
and for
weird.
himself,
That
actually.
was random.
Thanks to his family line, he has inherited the dreaded and parasitic Devil Gene.
Which turns him into a flying laser-shooting demon person. Now that's one genetic disorder you can sign me up for.
Good news then. I've been working on an artificial
Must be a
digestible
phone
version
call,
of the
but
Devil
it
Gene
has
myself.
to-
Oh yeah?
Ah, I
That
didn't know
happens
that.
to be the chewy fruit candy in the blue bucket.
What did you do?
Well, my dog Jack Spaniels was wandering around.
Jack
He
Spaniels.
does, and I was wondering why he suddenly grew horns and wings.
You've got to be shitting me.
Anyway, compared to his base form, Devil Jin's strength, speed, and durability are better than ever.
Devil Jin is strong enough to throw people dozens of feet and even smash them through walls. For this instance in particular, he's pushing Heihachi through the limestone wall of an Aztec pyramid. To do this, Jin must have struck the wall with force equal to at least 10 tons per square inch.
Does it feel like Ryu's
Stronger
probably
than
gonna
this
win
guy called
this?
Raven, who
At
can
this
toss
point,
around
yes.
this giant war robot named Nancy.
When compared to real-life
Yes,
robots of
that's the
similar
robot's
size
actual
and accounting
name.
for additional weaponry and gear, this machine should weigh anywhere between 15 to 30 tons. Also, Jin is fast enough to dodge bullets and fly into orbit,
And survive falling all the way back down.
which puts his maximum flight speed over escape velocity. That's more than 25,000 miles per hour.
He can even punch so fast he causes shock waves. That's right, Jin throws punches faster than the speed of sound. Remind me never to give him a high five.
Totally reasonable, considering his grandfather can catch bullets in his teeth from just 20 feet away.
And surely Jin can do better than that. Heihachi doesn't even have the Devil Gene.
That's right, the Devil Gene traces back not to Heihachi, but to Jin's grandmother.
Who freaking rides tigers?
Yeah.
Heihachi's son Kazuya inherited the Devil Gene and passed it on to Jin.
Kazuya's powers are basically the same as Jin's, and he's shown just how far the devil form can go. He shot a blast powerful enough to erupt a volcano, and survived a satellite laser straight out of Independence Day.
This is the same laser that once shot
Wow.
the robotic soldier Gunjack. By measuring the blast radius and resulting devastation, the laser's firepower appears to equal 3.7 megatons of TNT.
You know the bomb that got dropped on Nagasaki in World War the sequel? Yeah, this laser
World
is
War
like
the sequel.
177
Really?
of those hitting all at once.
While the Devil Gene can sometimes be difficult for Jin to control, it provides an enormous advantage against almost any foe.
With it, he's won 3 of the 4 King of Iron Fist tournaments he's entered. He's defeated Heihachi, Kazuya, and even the supposed OG Devil Man himself, Azazel.
Yeah.
Too bad he had to start World War II.
I told you.
Find him.
Yeah, the
Kind of a
fucking-
dick move.
Jin's certainly no angel, and hardly a hero. Still, when it comes down to it, he is the child of destiny, and not even the devil's blood can seal his fate.
Can't you understand? All this fighting is pointless. It's never gonna end.
It will end with this bloodline. And that is why I fight.
All right, the combatants
That wasn't
are
good
set.
English,
Let's
though,
end this
was it?
debate
No, it
once and
wasn't.
for all.
But first, all this talk of gin is making me want to pour a glass and eat some delicious Blue Apron.
So, I don't know. I think.
I'm still sticking with Ryu. My
Sticking with
personal.
Ryu.
My mushroom steak.
I don't know. After that last bit.
Like I'm still doing that, so I'm sticking with.
Yeah, I don't know. I may stick with Ryu too. Yeah,
Depends
no
on what they
offense.
go
I actually play a shit ton. I haven't gotten Tekken 7 yet. It's been out for like over a year now. But I think I'm gonna have to say Ryu.
Yeah, same here.
Like, nothing they showed of Jin really like impressed compared to what they showed for Ryu.
Again, they could correct it. They could,
Right now,
throw
you're
us all
probably
off.
shouting
And,
at your screen.
I mean, as far as I know, like at least
Check out
Devil
this
Jin will
week's
be
menu and get your
faster.
first 3
That's about
meals
it.
free at blueapron.com/battle. That's blueapron.com/battle to get your first 3 meals free. But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Wait, does he have a guy liner on?
it looks like it.
You know, we were supposed to fight in that sequel, but the sequel got shelved, so let's just fucking do it now.
talk is cheap. The answer lies in the heart of battle.
You know what's one thing I hate about Ryu? So cheesy as fuck.
Same here.
Superman punch! Watch too much wrestling. Sorry. Oh, they got that from Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he actually managed to defeat Akuma eventually. I didn't know that part.
You can do better than that. Come on.
All right.
I love that he knows he's still alive. Double G. That's the other difference is Ryu knows how to control his inner demon. That's the other thing.
Yeah, compared to Jin, he barely can control it.
Yeah. Where the fuck are they?
Ah, here we go.
Damn. I mean, the animation's pretty good.
The animation's
too.
really good. I like it. Damn, this is one of the best fights I've seen in a long time.
For Deathmatch? Yeah, it's not bad.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, his, what do they call it?
Oh, that, yeah,
That nothingness,
He's
balance.
someone's, yeah, the balance.
Like I said, that's the difference, is he knows how to control his. Damn!
I think you got him.
Yeah. I think so. Hey, we got it right though, yeah!
all right.
Path of the true warrior.
That's the difference, is he knows how to control his.
I get why it's called the power of nothingness now.
Power of
There's
nothingness.
nothing left in his chest.
This one was a tricky match to decipher.
Oh,
Both
wow.
Ryu and Jin had many displays of incredible
What did-
feats,
what
but
was-
very few truly showcased the upper limits of their power. We know that in their base forms, both could lift around 30 tons and move at supersonic speeds. Also, we know Ryu could maintain a much better level of control and discipline in Muno Ken than Jin in Devil form.
Yeah, hardcore Tekken fans know he had pretty good control over it in that Blood Vengeance movie, but it's pretty inconsistent with game canon. Even Tekken's creator has said it's not canon.
Also, Jin's fall from orbit feat was impressive, but it is hard to quantify due to its presentation. Even if we assume we are to take it literally, a man of Jin's size landing at terminal velocity would equal around 18 tons of force.
But to find their limits, we had to scale them to comparable characters.
Scaling Jin to his father Kazuya was logical. Kazuya survived that 3.7 megaton laser blast, and it's clear it was necessary for him to be in devil form to do so. Kazuya's own laser blast was strong enough to help kick off a volcano's eruption, a feat which could require up to 100 megatons of TNT. But that's a very generous estimate, and its actual potency is likely much less.
Since their power comes from the same place, and Jin's even defeated Kazuya before, it's safe to say Jin can do all this too. As for Ryu, we knew exactly who we had to scale him to. Let's talk about Akuma.
First off, just to prove this scaling is reasonable, Ryu and Akuma share very similar abilities. Both were trained in the Otsutsuken fighting style, and both possessed the Satsui no Hado. They fought each other several times, and when the story was all said and done, Ryu emerged ultimately victorious based on his skill alone.
Now that that's out of the way, let's watch Akuma punch an island to death.
With a single strike, Akuma managed to break apart an entire island so thoroughly that Ryu, who was on the island, was left floating helplessly in nearly clear water. Assuming the island is somewhat circular, we've estimated the volume and deduced that in order to fragment the island like this, Akuma's punch must have been over 400 megatons of TNT.
That's more than 4 times stronger than anything
That's where the final decision
Ryu
came
takes
from.
blows from this guy all the time.
Sure, Ryu wasn't getting hit with 400 megatons every time Akuma landed a punch, but the most a Devil Gene carrier has ever survived amounts to less than 1% in comparison. Even if Jin could survive a strike as strong as Kazuya's volcano feat, it still pales in comparison. The fact that Ryu survived being on the island as it was blown apart helps justify this scaling too.
Well, Jin still takes the speed advantage with that flight into orbit, but it doesn't mean much when the difference of power and toughness is this massive.
When it came down to it, Ryu's strength, durability, and control were just too far out of Jin's reach.
Wait, Wiz, we forgot a feat. You remember that gun jack robot? A later model of Jack once destroyed a meteor. Couldn't we just scale Jin to that?
Well, it's unsupported by canon material, but even if we did, guess who destroyed an even bigger meteor?
Akuma.
Akuma.
Akuma, damn.
Ryu's taking care of business.
The winner is Ryu.
Nice. We got that one though.
Thanks for watching. If you guys want exclusive
Who's the next
commentary
one?
on the episode, just click that little box right over there.
And if you want the battle music from this episode, you can get it by clicking the link in the description.
You know this by
pretty
now.
awesome. Next time. No.
Yeah!
Oh! We gotta watch that!
Oh, it's on the. Oh, you two.
July
Dude,
25th.
After
Oh!
Samurai versus Samurai Jack.
That we gotta watch!
Dude.
That was definitely next that we will be watching. Oh, yes!
That's gonna suck, because we still haven't seen season 5 of Samurai Jack. God damn it. Okay, let's talk about
this battle.
For the most part, yeah, I feel like Ryu had the upper hand overall. Like, he even had control of his evil half, pretty much, compared to Jin's, who's more or less not always under control.
Yeah,
so.
pretty much.
It looks like it did come out to strength and, you know, all stuff Ryu's already mastered compared to stuff Jin's mastered, and Ryu came out on top.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially, Jin started World War III so he can awaken a super uber evil demon thing and defeat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what it came down to, is that Akuma's punch, pretty much. How much force they were able to take and handle. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. And that's what it came down to, pretty much. Because he said it was almost dead even, almost.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. The fight, that's why I said it had been one of my favorite fights from Death Battle in a while.
Yeah,
especially with the music as well.
The fight scene was good. The music was really good too. So I mean, top notch on there. That was really well done.
Oh yeah, it was.
Definitely. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button if you want to talk some more about stuff like this. Comment down below if you want to share us around, share it around, and if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about death battles, the ones that we do.
You said do.
Hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of this fight. If you disagree, if you're one of those people pretty much who are on Jin's side, we wouldn't mind hearing your thoughts on pretty much where it would have gone differently. If not, if you agreed, if you enjoyed the battle, if you enjoyed the music, let us know what your guys' thoughts are on this death battle overall down below. Also put down what you thought of our reaction down below as well. But most importantly, thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this was a very death battle filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can check us out on Twitter,
as well as Stardust,
@SuperReactBros.